Well, I came up on the roof to see what Frank was doing. He was going to patch that hole right there, and now the whole roof is missing slate. What happened?
Well, it's like giving a mouse a cookie. I don't know. That's your story. I don't know. I tried to figure out where to start patching it, and none of they were dust. Every single slate was dust.
I mean, let me see. You can see how they just turned to powder. So, yeah, that was a repair. He was just gonna patch that hole right there. So, but that's okay. That's all right. Because once we fix it, we won't touch it again.
Hey, baby.
Hey.
Ready to put some crumbly slate inside?
Yeah. Yeah. All right, let me get some gloves. All the slate turned into dust?
Yeah. I can't just throw it down because it'll put holes in our patched EPDM roof on the portico.
Yeah, the house throws enough rock on it. Cleaning up your mess?
I made a big one.
Instead of fixing it, you made a bigger hole.
Yeah. I took up all the slate off that one.
Okay. I know. All right, he is strapped to the chimney.
Yay!
He's got his climbing gear on.
Yay!
And we are, and I'll have to admit, you kind of lose that comfortableness being up here. A little slow coming up the ladder, but that's all right. Always being safe. If you want me to move something, I will. All right. But you can just see just how the tar paper underneath and just the slate's just disintegrated.
All rotten.
All rotten. So,
every single one.
Yeah.
Not one salvageable. Hope we don't get struck by lightning though, because I'm going to take down the lightning.
Well, since it's not really connected to the ground, it's not really doing any good. Well, over the years, it just kind of has done its own thing.
As I was taking off this rotten slate, the wood underneath was just wet all over. So it's nice that it's drying out now.
Yeah. Well, it's supposed to be sunny for the next 2 days, so.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's supposed to be
I might
really.
leave it open tonight.
Yeah, it's supposed to be 70 something and only a 10% chance of rain tonight, so.
Well, it can't get wetter than it has been getting, so.
That's true.
I think I could leave it open, even if it rains.
Well, true. You can just see the pieces that he's pulling out just. those caps, I guess those are ridge caps, we're yeah.
What about it?
We're replacing those, aren't we? Or if they're in good shape, putting them back on.
I haven't decided.
Some of them have a lot of holes in them.
Yeah.
And they definitely need to be sanded or ground down a little bit and sanded.
Something.
And painted. Some of them are a little rusty. Man, that stuff is just... Well, it's been there for 100 and how many years?
130.
130 years?
Well, some of it.
Yeah.
Don't come around here no more. Don't come around here no more. Finally! Found my first flathead screw up here. 2 of them. You knew there had to be some.
Yeah, we were waiting.
Ugh. Cleaning up's the hardest part.
Isn't that the truth? And never ending. Are those newer slates right here?
They're
replacement slates?
those big, thick ones.
Oh, okay. The wind's picked up. Yeah, once slate gets wet and wet and wet and wet and wet, it just disintegrates.
It stays wet.
Yeah.
A lot of things going against it.
Yeah, it did. He's making progress on this little roof that that little patch that he was going to do, and yeah, it's kind of like taking off wallpaper.
Yeah.
That's what Frank is. Never take off the wallpaper. Well, Frank took off the wallpaper, but that's okay because it needed to be done anyway. It's just going to get done a little sooner than expected. That's all. But once it's done, we don't have to retouch it. Or we hope we don't. At least most of the wood is good underneath there. That's a blessing. Except for that one hole. Is the flashing in good shape?
Valley?
Yeah, that's what I meant, the valley flashing. Okay, there's a different angle, sorta. What is that?
So we're going.
Oh, wow. Just paper.
Sometimes it's nice having a hole in the roof.
Yeah.
Just put stuff through.
There's a tarp underneath that hole too, so.
Good.
And a couple of tubs.
You're not gonna need the tub no more.
Nope. That's good. We only have a few of those left.
I'm surprised that these ones didn't fill up. These ones didn't really.
No, they never really.
They got a lot of water in them, or I mean water in them, but
Not.
it never seemed like it was as bad as it was.
No. Okay, you all give me a hard time about where I go sweeping. Frank's sweeping the roof too.
Broke.
Oops. Well, that's some pretty deep stuff you got going on there. Is that the hole? It's the morning times and it's supposed to be sunny
And 71.
and 71.
It's not gonna make it.
No,
It's
and
gonna rain.
and it's thundering out here.
I think it's 56.
Yeah, so we're instead of gonna put Slate back on, we're just gonna quickly put some of the synthetic underlayment on, and it got a little wet yesterday, but nothing terrible, but we're gonna just get that dried in and we'll have to revisit it later. So we've got to work quick. We are getting creative on how to get his tools and tie them off, but we're just putting that underlayment on. Making sure it's underneath that flashing play-by-play. It's looking good, Bobby. All right, it's weather tight. Ish. Well, the hole is plugged so we can move those tubs. So, but there it is until we revisit it again. We were up here working on the roof and we noticed a small little detail that we had never noticed before. In between those is a really pretty little tin flower hanging down. Again, Miss Mooreland surprises us every day. Are you my editing buddy? Actually, both the girls were up here until I turned the camera on and hit record, and Mia ran away. Yeah. Meanie. Yeah. Meanie. Oh my good girl. Yeah.